Haresh Bhai thank you, documented very well about his own breathing practice and how it benefited him. So Kalind Bhai came up with a new strategy. Today, I request all of you, if you have practiced a particular breathing or exercise, tell us right now whether it benefited, how it benefited, and what can somebody please describe. Raise your hand and you can go ahead. No? Let me see the second screen. Okay, I don't see any hand.
Bhartivan is up. Bhartivan. Bhartivan, go and unmute yourself.
There is Bharat.
I I practice pranayam and I do anulom vilom.
How long have you been doing Bhartiban?
And Basika pranayam.
Very good.
I have been doing it for almost 15 years. And it is Ramdev Baba's yoga. And I had COVID and my symptoms were very mild, and I was told by the staff at the hospital that was because of the outcome of my doing the pranayam for so many years. And I still continue doing it, and I find that it gives you very good health, good resistance, your ability to focus, and clearance of mind as well. You feel stable in any situation and you always feel calm.
That is very good. And you feel good today also, right?
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Uh,
By
and
grace of God.
of course. So now, over last few weeks, we have practiced, as I said earlier, a lot of different breathing technique. But then the question comes, and many of you may be already doing it when you wake up first thing in the morning. When you come out of bed, what do you do? How do you do it? To some people do their prayer, some people do their morning routine. So in breathing exercise, there are several different techniques that today we will review. um, I would even encourage everyone to maybe jot down few things if you have paper and pencil nearby to write down, because there are quite a few things that if we can make it as a routine, it does benefit. So when you practice deep energizing breath, our mental fog, when you first wake up, we have little fog in our mind that clears up, and stretching helps awaken our muscles and minimizes stiffness. So, and this helps us prepare to go for the day with the mental clarity and physical energy. So, first, one can do awareness of breath. So I know this is not morning, but just this is a good morning routine. So that's why we felt that it would be a good to just review completely. So first is the awareness of the breath. So one can sit straight, close the eyes, and pay attention to your own self, your how you feel. Then take a three deep long breaths that we have been doing again and again. Three long deep breaths, and then let the breath settle and feel how our chest rises and falls. And the third part of it is you ask yourself, what is your intention for today? So let us begin by at least doing three deep breaths, because I see quite a few newcomers, and let us practice this together before I go forward. So I will, at a count of five, let us breathe in. One, two, three, four, five. Breathe out. Five, four, three, two, one. Breathe in. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. So that is the first thing. The second thing is you have to bring your focus and alignment to the posture. So when you have a good posture, it reduces strain during our movements throughout the day. It maintains the balance. It decreases the risk of any strain on the muscle if our posture is good, walking, sitting, um, and it reduces wear and tear. So some of the postures I will show here. I'll try my best to. Uh, I don't think it shows very well.
As well. If you look at the cross-cutting policy, these are authorities just in isolation. Put them all together in a package that's this big, and you are going to have issues crop up throughout the course of this process.
Can everybody see this? Is it clear, Kalind bhai?
No.
No. So first pose is child pose. So child pose is, right now I can't demonstrate. Second pose is just fold forward. Third pose is plank. Fourth one is, 1 second, bridge. And the fifth one is downward facing dog. So these are the 5 postures one can do that is beyond the scope of our breathing. And the third one is nose breathing. So at this point, I would invite Carol to demonstrate nose breathing, starting with alternate nose breathing. If you can, Carol, please. Unmute, unmute.
I just did. Okay, so when I get up, I do a lot of what we've been discussing. And then I do a form of alternate nose breathing. And alternate nose breathing is breathing in one nostril, out through that nostril, out through the opposite nostril, and so forth. And I'll demonstrate. And that really helps wake up your body and your mind, and it gets lots of oxygen into the blood, and it calms me down, but also gets my energy going during the day. So the left nostril increases the activity on the right side of the brain, and the right nostril increases the activity on the left side of the brain. I focus, when I wake up, I usually have sinus problems. So I focus on using this technique for sinus breathing. And I start with the sinus massage, which feel free to follow. I start with rubbing under my eyes, above my nose. I also go up under my eyes, my temples, and above my eyes. And I do this for some time. Feels good. And back again under my nose and under my eyes. And I sometimes just pull down underneath where the sinuses are and give them a nice rub. And then I do the nose breathing. I put my thumb on one side and my ring finger on the other side, and I breathe in with the right, close that nostril, the right nostril, open the left one, breathe out with the left one. Breathe in with the left one, close that, breathe out with the right one. Breathe in with the right one, close that, breathe out with the left one. Breathe in with the left one. Breathe out with the right one. And then I will turn my head to the side and follow the same breathing pattern. In, out, in, right, out, left. I also do it to the other side. In, left, out, right, in, right, out, left. And then I will put my head down and do the same thing. In, right, out, right, in, left, breathe out, right. And I'll also put my head back and do the same thing. In, right, out, left, in, left, out, right. And always have tissues with you, because when you finish, you'll always have to blow your nose. That's it.
Thank you, Carol. That was excellent. Do you want to include the tapping?
I could.
Yeah, that will complete that.
Can I
Sure.
ask you a question?
Meena, just let her finish and then we will.
Okay.
So another thing that you can do, and I haven't done this in a while, so jump in, is I usually start tapping like this with an intention, but and it can be anything. So even though I'm feeling very tired today, I fully and completely accept myself. And then I will start tapping up at the top of my head, over my eyebrows, my temple. And each time I tap, I say the same thing. I fully and completely accept myself. Underneath the sinus, underneath the nose, the chin, here, and on the sides.
Thank you. Minaman, you want to ask a quick question?
Yes, I was going to ask Carol that she does the first thing she get up in the morning. Are you doing in the bed, or you get out of the bed and you sit on the floor and you do it?
If I sat on the floor, I wouldn't be able to get up.
Okay.
So,
Well, I have that
I-
problem too. So
I do the breathing in the bed.
in the bed.
Deep breathing, and then I'll do this in the bed along with some other things before I get out and sit on the edge of the bed.
Thank you. I just wanted to know while you're in the bed or you come out of the bed and do it.
So Carol,
you.
thank you so much. Now,
Thank you.
alternate nose breathing, it improves our focus and mindfulness. So if you do it for like 5 to 10 minutes, suddenly we are very mindful about our breathing, right and left nostril. It improves the lung function and reduces the stress. And sinus massage that Carol described, it relieves pressure and helps sinus drain mucus. That she's saying that it helps her big time. And the gentle pressure when we do with our, actually sometimes we can also rub our hand and then do it. So that warmth of the hand increases the circulation and just helps release the mucus very well. Now, go ahead, Carol.
Also, if you have a sinus headache, sometimes I get headaches. You can do this. It doesn't have to be just in the morning. And I've found that when I do this, my headaches go away, and they never have before, until I started this. I could never get rid of them. So this has been extremely helpful.
Yeah. Okay, so then going forward, we can, in that continuing that the morning routine, we can do the different breathing technique that Deepak Bhai will demonstrate.
Okay. Yeah. That's a Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati you can do lying in the bed also, and you can do while sitting on the chair. whichever way is best for you. Kapalbhati is a type of forceful exhalation through the nose, and we have to make sure the mouth is closed. And when we exhale forcefully, the belly comes backward and forward. I'm going to show that in a minute. First, I'm going to describe. And during this forceful exhalation, we are not breathing. There will be mini breathing, automatic breathing, and so we don't have to try to breathe during this practice. So for somebody who haven't done it before, they can start so slow pace. The person with a high BP, they have to also do slowly, because this may increase the blood pressure. So I'm going to show that while standing. That way you can see, the okay. First, I'll show the exhaling, and then I'll show the belly. Okay. So this will be normal breath. It's like a sneezing. It's like a sneezing through the nose, and make sure the mouth is closed, and the belly movement. We can even practice this with the hand. We can when we exhale, we can even push our belly inside also. So first, a normal breathe. Like that. So we can even push the belly. If we in the beginning, if we don't know, then we can push the belly also. So let's start. I lead, and then you can do on your own. Okay? Let's take a couple of normal breaths. With the third inhale, after third inhale, we can start the Kapalbhati. We can do about 10 to 15 stroke. Then there is another variation in Kapalbhati that is called Urdhva Kapalbhati. Urdhva Kapalbhati is we'll take like a deep breath, and then raise our hand, then make a fist, and then forcefully exhale through the nose. It may need little bit practice, but this is a variation of this Kapalbhati is called Urdhva Kapalbhati. So you can do while sitting in the chair. Don't have to get up. So let's take first we'll take a 2 normal breaths, and after the third inhale, we'll raise our hand and make a fist, and then do that. Okay, let's start. Make about 3 to 5 times. Okay, and that's it. Back to Pannaben.
So thank you very much, Deepak bhai. That was very good. And so I have a question. How many Kapalbhati would you do it in the morning, just for the beginner?
For the beginners, they have to start doing slowly, and lesser stroke, like 25, or start with 10 stroke. If you feel comfortable, increase to 20, 50. But I know that there are people who are who are doing this for a long time. They can do 150, 200, even 300 at a time.
And the
So,
other
so, so that depends on the practice, But in the beginning, you have to start slow, like I said.
Okay. Also, Deepak Bhai reminded us that this particular breathing, if somebody have heart or lung disease, somebody who is pregnant or they have abdominal problem, they should be careful and not do it so aggressively. Um, Other breathing one can do in the morning, that is.
Pannabin,
Yeah, go ahead, Bakul Bhai.
why we are doing Kapalbhati? What's the benefit?
Again, all the one second. All this breathing. 1 second.
You want me to answer that?
Go ahead.
Okay, so the first thing is it cleans the lungs. We have lots of toxins remaining in the lungs. So this forceful exhalation, it cleans the lungs of the toxins. Then another thing, important thing is you can remove the negative emotion from our body. Negative emotions, like if we make an intention that I want to take out my anger, take out my frustration, take out my depression, you can make an intention and you can remove that also during this practice. Also, it does the massaging. It does the massaging of this abdominal area, like diaphragm area. It does massage that area also. That's another thing, and also it helps in concentration, like focus on our practice. It does help in concentration, and that's all.
That was a great explanation.
So if you include the benefit of every exercise, that will be good. Instead of just giving the rituals, but why we are doing it, what's the benefit of it?
Okay.
Thanks.
No, that was a good suggestion. Other few breaths. I mean, depending on the time in the morning, one can, and the energy and what they want to do in the morning, one can also do the deep belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. And we have done it many times. And what we can do right now, let us practice 3 times. I will do 7 and 10. So 7 times we will breathe in and 10 times we will breathe out. We'll do 3 times. Okay. So let us breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is one of the easiest. Did anyone feel short of breath? Okay. So it depends on individual capacity. Our normal breathing is 12 to 15 times per minute. When we did just now, we cut it down to 5 breaths per minute. And yet no one said they felt short of breath. So it can be done. There are other techniques. That one more technique that is very easy, and that is called box breathing. Box breathing. So what we do is we breathe in 4 times, hold 4 times, breathe out 4 times, and hold 4 times. So let us do that again 3 times. So let us do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 3, 2, 4. Hold. 3, 2, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 3, 2, 4. Breathe out. 3, 2, 4. Hold. 3, 2, 4. Last time. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 3, 2, 4. Breathe out. 3, 2, 4. Hold. 3, 2, 4. So again, this time, did anyone feel short of breath? No. So this one, now again, what Bakulbhai suggested, when we breathe deep, it gives mental peace little bit. It increases our circulation. As our breathing slows down, our when we breathe deep, the air reaches to the base of the lungs, as opposed to when we are shallow breathing, huffing and puffing. That time the air does not have chance to go to the base of the lungs. So our base of the lungs have more circulation, and when the air reaches there, there is more oxygen that goes into the blood. And so when we breathe slow, there is improved oxygenation, there is mental peace, the blood pressure and pulse improves, our sleep improves, and there are many other benefits. Um, so along with this, we have practiced Om breathing, Brahmari breathing, where we close our ears and do the breathing or Om. I'm not going to do it for the time purpose, but at this point, I would request Kalind Bhai to do the spinal breathing, if you can, Kalind Bhai.
Thank you. Thank you, Pannaben. And again, one more request. I want to see everybody's faces. Please turn your video on. Thank you. Let's just create an intention to slow down. Very important part of the breath practice is to be able to slow down. Why? For a simple reason that life is fast. And we all live at that pace. And what happens is, when we keep up that pace, the mind and the heart, that the respiratory center, that knows what's happening. Even if you or I do not know what's happening outside, there's a little anxiety situation, there's worry situation, there's a little fever, there's a little vaccination that I just had a needle, whatever it is going on. A dog is barking, the cat is running around, whatever is happening, our respiratory center records it. Because how does it happen? Let me share with you how it happens. Before we go to the spinal part, we need to understand the brain. The brain part, we may see things, we may not see that. That registers into the brain. Analysis occurs up here. When we see, when we hear, when we taste, when we touch, all the senses and smell. First, all the senses, they go up here, and then the brain says, aha, I smell a rose, or I'm having a thorn in that rose bush. I feel prickly. That analysis is being done up here. But before even that analysis occurs, there's another connection which goes from the middle part of the brain, which receives, in fact, all the senses. If you look at the senses, if you look at all the senses, they are located at one plane here. One plane covers most of the senses: hearing, smell, eyes, taste. 4 of them in this. Imagine 4 senses here, and then touch, of course, touch is there. Touch is there, and the face is the most, uh, sensitive area of touch anyway. So touch is all from all over. But imagine like this. And so it makes sense that the midbrain or the lower middle part of the brain gets immediate information. You get the immediate information, and then the first business of the brain is to protect itself, protect, to save from some problem. And in order to do that, the message gets relayed first down to the respiratory center, which is located in the lower part of the brain, just the lower part of that area. Emotional center and respiratory center are very much near each other, just so that you know. We're not going to name all that, but I'm just going to tell you that. And so what happens is immediately some situation happens, your breathing changes, your blood pressure changes, whether you know or not. And I know many of us have blood pressure issues, and we talk about that all the time. We're not measuring blood pressure 24 hours a day. You go to the doctor's office, you measure it at home, etc. What is happening all throughout that 24 hours? Who is measuring it? Your body is. Your body is responding. That's called the intelligence of the body. That's the important part to recognize here. And all these things that we are doing, we are being aware of it. We are being conscious of it. And becoming conscious of what our own body is doing is extremely beneficial. And so now what we're doing is we are aware that, immediately the respiration changes, the breath becomes faster, and anxiety occurs, whatever is happening. And now what we're doing is we are actually allowing it to control ourselves. And so, it's very interesting how we look at it. We are ultimately pranayam that we talk about. Pranayam is nothing but it is we can alphabet. Awareness is one. When you wake up, I'm going to do a couple of things again, a little bit in a different style. So when I open my eyes, I know I'm alive. Wow. Then second thing I know, I'm a man. My wife is sleeping next to it. That's the awareness, all of a sudden, wow, I'm awake right now. This shoulder hurt a little bit. Maybe something has happened. All starts. Oh, my goodness, this is Wednesday. I'm going to have a little preparation to do for my class, all that. Immediately the mind starts in the gear. Quickly. I have to do this. I'm supposed to go to the office. I'm supposed to do this. Your mind starts working right away. What we do with the breathing when you wake up is focus on your breath. So even though you're laying down there, awareness of breath. Wow, I'm breathing. So many people in the world may not be breathing. That may have been their last breath today. Mine is there still. So inhale. Feel the smell. Feel the amount of air first. You're not even turned over. You're just still there. The next thing you do is instill gratitude in your mind. Be thankful. Wow. Is that wonderful? I'm breathing. That's something. And then smile. When you smile, let's all smile and breathe. Smile and breathe. Let's smile and breathe. Smile and breathe. Notice the amount of air that goes in when you smile. You frown. Frown like this. Now breathe. Notice the amount of air that's going in and coming out. This is the gateway to, I don't know how to call it gateway to heaven, but I do want to call it gateway to the oxygen supply, And so this is the gateway right here, entry point. If you want to suffocate somebody, you have to close this too, So this is the gateway. So inhale and smile. Smile because you are awake. Breathe. And then as After that part, my hands are free at this point, and I don't have to wash it. I washed it before I went to bed, and I didn't have any corona sneak in my bed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my gentle face. This is called a face wash. Gentle face wash, just a little bit, and feel this wakes me up. Breathe also. Now I want to make a point about massage, and massage is an important thing. I want to make a point here. When we massage, we do the face massage, sinus massage. Is massage helpful? Yeah. When you have a massage done to your muscles and everything, they call it deep tissue massage. Have you heard of it? Have you heard of deep tissue massage? Almost everybody has. Many of you have had it done when we are tired and everything else. How does the massage work? This is the important part. Okay, I just want to tell you something very important thing. It just happened to I went to buy groceries, and I had groceries. My wife told me to buy, milk and then a little sugar and then apple, banana, and all that kind of stuff. Usual stuff that I have to get. So I got it. And I had about two grocery bags with me, two, those bags that we have, they lift up with a handle and everything. So I had two of them. And now my wife is asking me, did you forget the banana? I mean, obviously, these are the questions that wives do ask, husbands, because husbands have a tendency to forget. Even though the list is given, they forget. And I'm a husband, so I forget. And so ask me, okay, do you have something banana? Now, I didn't remember whether I checked off or not. Husbands have tendency to forget even what they bought. Their mind is somewhere else. That's what the problem is. But, so what I did, I didn't have to, and banana, I don't know where I kept it. From the outside, I started feeling. It feels like banana there, or that's like the sugar that I bought. That's a little different shape. Then I see, oh, this is cold, this is milk. I started feeling that from outside. This is an interesting example because what I'm feeling from outside, do you think the apple is feeling me? If the apple had life, it would feel, right? That somebody is feeling me. This is the principle of massage. All our skin tissues everywhere are connected to the deep organs. Think about that again. I'm going to say that one more time. All the areas that you have, they're connected to the deep area. So let's do something different. I know, Manavan, I know you wanted me to do the spinal, but I thought I would do a little bit different. I'm just taking over a little bit differently. But let's do this. Let's go up here and do the Indian head massage, Malis, Champi, But here there are many meridians, all the energy channels that come up here. In yoga, there's a different name. I'm not going to do all that. We're just going to practice today. But you do this gently. And when you do this, you are affecting your brain. You're talking to your brain. Why? Your hands conduct energy. Now inhale and exhale as you do this. Inhale and exhale. See, this is, I end up doing this in the morning. That's why I wake up this way. Then I do massage here on the side here. My memory here. Memory is here. The eyes are in the back. So seeing center. All the centers are there in the brain. I go all over the place. I don't necessarily know my anatomy necessarily in the morning. I'm still awake, I'm still waking up. But I would do the entire head like this massage and breathe in and out at the same time because breath will really help. Breathe in and out. Then go to the ears and fold the ears like so. Whatever you can do. After folding, put your palms on that and then massage. Circular massage. Forward and then backward. And breathe. Inhale exhale. And then massage. This is the lower lobe is the brain. So brain massage. Lobe is the brain massage. Then of course I do the sinus. I wake up. I do this. And then I do the underneath here are the sinuses. And I hear little gentle for the eyes, the eyeballs. Then I do the gum. I told you about the gum. We did the gum massage. Clean the teeth this way before I brush my teeth. Get ready for brushing. And here, angle of the jaw relaxes. Then the thyroid here. Thyroid, parathyroid. These glands are here, so do a little bit of gentle massage. Then come down here. This is thymus here. This is also a center for immune center. So massage here and take a breath. Inhale, exhale. Stop and inhale and exhale. You will feel the upper part of the body waking up. Compare the two upper part of the body with the lower. Do you feel the difference? I do. From here up, here down, it's kind of waking up. We're still not awake down here. So let's do the heart, the lungs, and then the kidneys in the back, like that. Reach in the back, kidneys, whatever you can reach, you can do that. And then do the belly. Underneath the right side is the liver, left side is the spleen. I'm just going over today just to show you that these are the things you massage, you do, and do inhalations and exhalations. We will do an entire chapter on massage sometime, and then go down to the legs. Now, when I'm doing this, I do this, it takes me a couple of minutes to go all over the body, because I know my body, you know. It doesn't take too long. I'm not a tall guy. So it takes 2-3 minutes to just make sure I'm awake. Now take a nice deep breath in and out. Now you understand that when we massage and when we talk to the organs, say good morning to everybody. Good morning, brain. Were you asleep last night? Yeah. Good morning, liver. Good morning, spleen. How would you like to feel? Somebody says good morning to you. Huh? That's gratitude. They've been working at the night, throughout the night when you were asleep. They were doing night shift, you know. So be aware of yourself. Be aware of these things. Very, very powerful. The most breathing you can do is breathe into the organs. The best breathing you can do is breathe into the organs and breathe slowly. Now, Panaman did ask me to show you the spine because it's very important, and I'll show you the spine in a minute. But the spine's from here down, from top base of the spine here to down here. There are 31 pairs of nerves, 31. They go all over to the nerves that come in, they go to the various organ systems, okay? And because of that, we have, when we do stretching of the spine and breathing into the spine, we will be opening up the channels for the flow of nerves. The nerves wake up, and they work. So what I do in bed also, I just move. Let's do this. Let me do this in a view that I can record it better. Speaker view, so this recording will come better. Okay, so what I'm doing now is, please mute yourself, so I'm the only one being recorded. Thank you. So what happens is, I'm still sleeping in the bed, but then I just turn over on the side and I turn over like this. And I take a nice deep breath. Now when I turn, this part, spine opens up on this way. It opens up like this. It's like the spine is stacked one over the other, and it opens up. And the spaces between, they open up, the nerve spaces increases. So I just turn in the bed here and breathe. Inhale, exhale. Now this part of the stomach, this part of the chest is opening up. Inhale, exhale. And this is compressed. Then I turn over on the other side. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale. And this also helps in stretching my muscles as well. When I'm sleeping, I want to be waking up, stretching. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Then I do a little bit bending. I sit up, and I'm going to show you the sitting up. I sit up in bed. My legs are still straight. I do a little bit bending to take a breathe in, inhale, and I squeeze my hands against each other and then bend. Exhale as I bend. Then inhale, open up and look up. This gets a lot of airway. It opens up the air. Lot of air coming in. Then exhale. Squeeze and expel everything. If I have something, if I'm getting worried about today, I have something to do, whatever is happening, I try to calm down. I expel everything. This makes me ready for the day. Last time. Exhale. And then after this time, I stretch up. Now I'm sitting up here. Now, spine is nothing but the stacks of bones, 1, 2, 3, as you see, bone, spinal column. If I'm going to stretch it up, down like this, what I do is I inhale and then lock my hands like this and stretch up. This we do, this stretch we do in the morning. Most of us do stretch like that. Why do we do that? Well, that's very helpful. But if you do mindfully, understand that you're stretching the spine up like this. And go, Stretch up. Inhale. And exhale. And last time, inhale, stretch up, and Now I'm all ready. I'm all ready to try to get out of bed. But one more thing I do. I'm on the edge of the bed now. Just imagine that I'm in the edge of the bed. Bed is this way, and I'm just trying to get out of the bed. One more thing I do is I make sure my one foot is down on the floor, and I do this. Inhale, first inhale, and knee to chest, knee to belly. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Get the belly back all the way. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, the other leg, knee to chest. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Then I feel the floor. Feel the floor with the feet. This is very important. Feel the floor. This is because you've been laying down, there is no contact with floor here. Your feet have to, so at that point, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale through the feet down to the floor, earth. Imagine that the air is going down to the earth. Rub the feet a little bit. And now, if I need to, the bed stand is next to me. Try to get up this way. This is very crucial to do to maintain your balance, and we are doing balance with the breathing and everything as well. So, there are a few other things that I've added, just a little finer point. One more thing I do want to share to you is in terms of Kapalabhati. And the Kapalabhati is something that I also do, like was pointed out, but that wakes me up. That wakes me up, gets me ready. And some of the hormones that are important, adrenaline keeps going a little bit. And alternate nostril breathing, I do mainly to balance. My day needs to be balanced. So my thought process is like this. I'm breathing through one nostril. I'm going to go to the right brain. Then I'm going to balance to the left brain. Both brains are really, really fully of oxygen right now. When I do this both ways, both brains are really working awake, and they are awake. And so I may be creative, I may be the right brain, I may be thinking, I may be solutions that I need to achieve for today. All of that happens because I did this a little practice in the waking up. And you'll ask me, how long does it take? All this, we did this, we took that about an hour, but believe it or not, in about 10-15 minutes is all that you need. 10 minutes, maybe 15 maximum. And that also, if you like it more and more, it is very, very powerful. Once you start doing it, your day will be a wonderful day. Every day will be a successful day because you started with gratitude breathing. I call it gratitude breathing, awareness, and so the ABCs of breath. A, B, C, D, E. Awareness, breathing, conscious control, deeper breath, and energy. There you go. You can get all of that. Somebody may be a little bit more further out and go to Z, sleeping. All the way to sleep, we can do the alphabet. But the point I'm driving at is very crucial that you recognize that you wake up every day. Now you will ask me, how often do you do the breath practice? What do you think my answer is going to be? Right? Every day I do this first thing in the morning. Now we'll talk to you next session. Maybe I'll do about the sleeping part. I'll do some other daily activities, and we will also do a whole session on what I call it is awareness of vagus nerve. How can you be aware of vagus nerve every single moment of your day? Wakeful day. Over to Panaman.
No, over to all of us. Does anyone have any question for any of the presentation that was done today? Please raise your hand.
If now you can show your faces, those people have not shown your faces, I'll really appreciate it. What you look like. Otherwise, what it is, I'll tell you what it is. I call that peeping Tom syndrome. I don't know. You may not like it, what I'm saying, but that's called peeping Tom, Peeping Tom doesn't want to show his or her face.
It's excellent.
I'm sorry?
Thank you. Very nice. And we're doing little bit in the morning, not all, but we're doing it. Excellent.
Who is this, Mandaben?
Can you give us the site where we can watch all your previous sessions?
You can go on YouTube. YouTube, Kalind Bakshi.
Breath Lab.
Breath Lab, Dr. Kalind Bakshi.
Breath Lab, Dr. Kalind Bakshi.
Okay, thank you.
This one is also being done right now. It's on YouTube already.
Thank you so much. It was lovely.
We encourage everyone to, whatever you remember, whatever interests you,